Hey guys and girls, hope everybody's having a great day. Welcome to another exciting episode of Antlers, watching giant antlers grow. Our Friday and Saturday episode on Jimmy and Chris Houston's Twin Eagle Ranch channel. And this has become our most popular channel, our most popular videos on this channel, and more popular as a matter of fact than anything on the Catch a Better Life channel or Jimmy Houston Outdoors Fishing. And by the way, we have no more fishing on this ranch channel. The fishing moved over exclusively over to its own channel. So if you want to watch any of the fishing or learn fishing tips, all the things we have on there, we post up videos 3, 4, 5 times a week over there on the fishing channel as well. You need to subscribe to Jimmy Houston Outdoors Fishing on YouTube. That's where all the fishing will be. And that's all that's over there, really. Sometimes we may throw something else in there about an appearance or something just to make sure that everybody knows where I'm going to be. But that's just fishing. Jimmy Houston Outdoors Fishing. I know sometimes it's a little hard to get over there and subscribe to that channel, or at least I've had a trouble figuring out how to do that myself. I think that on this video here and on every video, we put a deal in there, a link where you can go in there and subscribe to the other YouTube channels that we've had. We started that about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Got a little over 4,000 people on there right now, so I'm sure that channel will grow on up to 70 or 80 or 100,000 pretty quickly. But we want to, that's where all the fishing is. So you want to see the fishing, that's where you want to see it. The devotionals that we have, Catch a Better Life devotionals, a scripture, a devotional built around fishing, and a fishing tip for every day. I have a video every single day, post them 5 o'clock in the morning, Catch a Better Life with Jimmy Houston. That's that YouTube channel there. So make sure you're subscribed to all 3 channels. That's the best thing to do. But this watching giant deer antlers grows has turned into a really very popular video. We got usually around 15, 20, 25,000 watch each video on Friday and the video on Saturday. And right now we're really not watching antlers grow, so it's kind of hard to call it watching antlers grow. We're watching to see who's got them and who hasn't, who's still got antlers and who doesn't. And they're shedding really, really early here in southern Oklahoma this year, as we've talked about the last couple of weeks. Amazingly, we had a TC shed one of his before the first of the year in December, the last of December. And we've got some deer running around the ranch that I've seen running around and still got their antlers. But here at the house, we're pretty much bald-headed bucks is what we're looking at. Antlerless bucks for sure. So, but the good thing about that is it won't be very long until we be back into what we started this for in the very first place, watching deer antlers grow. See, when they go from nothing up to these big giant horns. And as they start and get bigger and bigger and bigger, they get in the velvet. We get down into July of this year, we're going to see some really big antlers running around, and it's going to be really, really cool. We've got several little bucks that are in the pens that we're going to be turning loose here pretty quickly. We're going to be doing some more trapping on the lake. I visited with another trapper today, a professional trapper, doesn't really work for the government, he works for himself. And he's going to visit with me sometime the next 2 or 3 days. I'll probably get you involved in that a little bit too, and we might have some, might run around and do a little video work with him as well. But he's going to be trapping over in this area on several different ranches, and so that'll be kind of interesting to see what happens on that too. Hopefully we'll be able to get rid of a lot of the bobcats we've got, and a lot of the coyotes we've got, and the otters and the beavers. That's the main thing I'm looking for. But we're going to try to thin out the critters here, which will be better for the turkey, better for the deer, better for the elk, better for the fish in the lake. So the things that we really want to have, get rid of some of the varmints that destroy those out there. So we're going to take a look at the the deer around the house. Who's got them and who hasn't, I guess we might say, and who's become the king of the block. Not TC. TC is not the king of the block anymore. And then we'll go in the pens and take a look at the big guys and see how they're doing, make sure they're all doing well and staying alive. I mean, it's been really difficult to keep Forrest, Prince Charming, and Whitey alive. So let's take a look at the deer at the house, and we'll go from there. And taking a quick look at the antlers this morning, we find that we still do have antlers. We're watching this on a daily basis as good as we possibly can. That is Fat Boy, aka Milburn. We're not really sure. We've got a couple folks out there that's pretty well convinced, including Apache, that is Milburn hanging around here. He's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Looks like we got six deer there, and all bucks without antlers except for Fat Boy. Fat Boy is hanging on to his pretty well. I think he was about the last to lose last year, if that was 12-point last year, which we kind of think he was. TC's over here saying, "Where's that little black puppy?" I left him inside, or her inside. I left her inside, TC. I left her inside. There is Fat Boy. We'll take a look at he's still got antlers, because the next time we look at him, he may not. I don't know. We're going to try to look at him every day if we possibly can. I get up before daylight, so usually I'm out here way before they are. Evidently the feeder's already gone off one time. It goes off a couple times here in the morning. Throw South Fresh deer food. If you want to get some deer hanging around your house, Texas Hunter feeder, South Fresh deer food, will absolutely do it. And if you got wild turkeys in your area, the best turkey call in the world is when that feeder goes off. I got to tell you, they come a running. That's just me calling with my mouth, which is not bad. Can I tell you, it's not nearly as good as that feeder. Look at Fat Boy's hocks, are still black as they can be. Here we are in the middle of January, basically. And he may still be rutting if he can find a girl that's interested. That's a beautiful buck out behind him. Look at that buck. That could be Milburn. Look at those white eyes on him. He's turned his head. You can't see him now, but man, he had some pretty white eyes there. Look at there. Look at all that white around his eyes. Wonder if that I don't know, that deer, see, he's got a tag though, looks like. Or does he? The tag should be in the other ear. I don't know. It's a beautiful deer though. I think that's 06 right there. Not 06, but Lucky 13. I believe. I don't know. They really get difficult without any antlers, unless you know. Of course, that one with the purple tag and a couple ears there is TC, and he's a big one. All right, guys. Fat Boy, you are beautiful. You are gorgeous. Please drop those horns around close where I can find them. Here comes a couple more deer coming in from down below. They hear me talking. They see all the excitement up here. I thought I saw two. I'm positive I saw two. Maybe I just saw one. And I believe that's a doe. You have to look closely right now. What you think, big boy? Huh? What do you think? What do you think, pretty boy? Lucky number 13 right there. You're going to have some bigger antlers this year. Yes, you will. I'm a big boy, too. Yes, I am. Well, we have at least one more day with looking at some antlers on Fat Boy's head, because there he is right there. And how about this antlers on this one? You see what he's doing? You see what Vanelli's doing? She is eating deer food. She eats it just like she loves the dog food. She'll eat anything. Look how she's grown. Will you look how big she's getting? And the amazing thing is she's right here with the deer. Now, they're a little spooked with her. They're kind of running around, but they're not that spooked. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bucks here is what I've got. Fat Boy's the only one, or Milburn, whatever, whoever he is. He's the only one still got antlers. I found an antler out here. I found an antler out here this evening as Benelli and I have been walking around. Benelli did not find it. Jimmy found it. And that's not where I found it, but it's laying right there on my Texas Hunter feeder. That's a small one from Lucky 13. I'd found one of them. That is the second one off of Lucky 13, I believe. That looks kind of decent size laying there, but it's really not. That's really a pretty small antler. But anyway, we're going to get them all together, and we're getting close to the time where we probably need to suspend the antlers videos because we don't have any antlers, but we'll try to figure out something to keep it interesting. We may score an antler or two, and the deer in the pen today at least still had all their antlers. Prince Charming had both of his, Forrest had both of his, and Whitey had both of his. So we're going to probably look how close Benelli's up to those deer. They're not really paying a whole lot. They kind of want to run from her, but she's not chasing them or anything, which is good. And as she learns to mind a little bit better, I'll be able to keep her away from them. But she's simply eating deer food. Chewing on rocks, too. And deer poop. She's doing some of that. She is a dog. Look at this deer. Look at him backing away from her. Look at him. She's stomping a little bit. It's not bothering her. You can stomp all you want. It doesn't bother her a bit. Anyway, that's all pretty cool. Antlers and antlerless. And another day, Fat Boy has antlers. We don't know how far this will go. By the way, if y'all are wondering about the day, it's January 16. January 16. He's playing peekaboo behind that tree with me. But he's right up here within 7-8 yards of me. Him and TC are the only two that are here right now. Here's TC. You can see that he has nothing started back yet. We'll be able to watch and see when those antlers start back, and that's always an exciting thing, because the name of these two Friday and Saturday features we do on Jimmy and Chris Houston's Twin Eagle Ranch channel are watching giant antlers grow. So we'll be able to watch them come here pretty soon. Threw some banana peelings out there. They like banana peelings as well. So we use the entire banana here at the ranch. Fat Boy is looking real good. Or perhaps that's Milburn. We probably ever really never know for sure. There was really 3 bucks just like him. The other 2 have decided not to tame down too much, but he's looking good. All right, we got Forrest over here. Got a bunch of his girls back there behind him. I'm going to throw them some carrots, but I'm going to let Mr. Forrest eat out of my hands. You're such a pretty boy. We'll try to get a look at his back legs a little bit, but y'all can just kind of look and see there on his back legs how the hair's grown back over, and it's just, I don't know, I haven't really got a good look at that puncture wound, but I'm pretty sure that that's probably healed up as well. And more than likely, it was just simply a really bad puncture wound from a fight. And what happened then is infection set in. That infection moved from one side of his legs, inside part of his legs, to the other, and he just well, he ended up almost dying. He was traumatized big time when I found him over there underneath my partner's house, underneath the deck. I crawled under there with him, and he had 2 collars on back then. If you remember, we put the collars on. One of them we had a real fit over. If you want to see that, that was a real deer rodeo in putting that collar on for us. Hey, buddy. Hey. See, and petting him, he still's got a tendency. Well, I petted him. I thought he was going to maybe push those horns against me a little bit, but he didn't. He reached for the carrot. He reached for the carrot is what he did, yeah. Feeding his girlfriends back there. Your girls were good to you, weren't they, huh? Were you good to them? Huh? Were you good to them? I saw you being ugly to a couple of them. Yes, I did. Saw you pin one up against the fence. That wasn't very nice of you at all. No, that's not the way you make love, boy. Not the way you make love. But you could look, and then you can see back on his hind legs there, you can see that there's no skin showing. The hair has grown back. It's amazing the way these animals heal. It's amazing how tough they really are. But you know, they're kind of like us. Humans are very, very tough, and we can take just almost such incredible injuries to kill us, and yet we can have one little clogged up artery or one little vein break in our brain, and we're dead before we hit the ground. So we're incredibly fragile, even though we are incredibly tough. Well, the deer are exactly the same way. The deer are incredibly fragile, but they're incredibly tough also. And he has proved to be both ways, I guess. I'll move that up here just a little bit closer so you can really get a little bit closer look at him there. Try to stay out of the picture as much as I possibly can. And all of his girls is gathered back here behind because I've been throwing stuff back to them. But I'm running out of carrots. I had a full 2-pound bag in here, so I don't have any for Prince Charming, but I'm about to also run out of daylight, so I'll have to wait until another day to go visit Prince Charming and his girls, Rose and Split Ear. And we will do that. We'll do that another day and finish this video up over there with them. But I think I'm about to run out, buddy. I think I'm about to run out. I have 1 handful left here, though. How about that? You want me to give them to you, or you want me to give 1 or 2 to your girls, huh? Huh? He says, give them to me. This is the last one. Hey, buddy, that's my boy. That's such a good boy. Yeah, it's such a good boy. Okay, as soon as you drop those sheds, as soon as you shed those big old antlers right there, buddy, as soon as you shed those antlers, because we want you to be, you're a 5x4 this year, we want you to be double-digit horns. He's even licking my fingers. He's licking the taste off. You got to be kind of careful doing that because they will bite you. They don't mean to bite you. He just thinks that your fingers taste like a carrot. Now, don't be getting those horns on me. Don't be getting the horns on me. You can see he's still got a little attitude there. Now, if you got in there with him and got him kind of excited, he might be still a little bit dangerous. Look at that. See that right there? Yeah. They're very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. You can see he's raking that. He's just trying to be a little, he's probably short off for the girls, being a little bit ornery. Oh, looky here. Looky there. Look at him pushing against that fence. Look at that. See him push against that fence? Hey, hey. Now, if I was in there, he would be pushing against me. And then if he liked that, he might get a little bit more aggressive and a little bit more aggressive, and he could actually hurt you. So, so I'm not in there with him. But, you know, I went in the pen with him last week, and he just is okay. But I'm really careful, and when they get to acting like that, they're just playing. He's not real serious at all. The rut's pretty much totally over, I believe. However, we did see some of the baby deer, the ones that were just born this year. We saw some of them romancing, let's just put it that way, romancing a little bit this week. And so we're probably going to have some babies in there. And more than likely what we will do is any of the yearling babies, we'll probably just take them away from them and raise them on a bottle. Now, I know that some of you mamas saying, oh, that's the cruelest thing in the world. But it's better to do that and have most of them survive than to lose them. Looky there. Is that cool? Is that cool? All right, and we'll probably have to wait for another day because it's getting dark. Beautiful sunset back behind me. And we'll wait for another day, and we'll go visit Prince Charming and Split Ears and Rose. And in this video over there, taking a look at seeing how that big white boy's doing and see if he's still got two on top.